Back to the investigation, stock and fund selection, and this is the final case. Sooner or later a mystery lands in your lap. A hot stock tip, a shiny new fund, something that promises to change everything. The rookie reacts. But you've built a whole toolkit across this track, and a good detective doesn't guess, they work the case in order, clue by clue, until it solves itself. Let's watch Meena crack one. Meet Meena. She is 45, a senior professional from Delhi who has been investing steadily for years. And today, the classic mystery arrives, a can't-miss pick, a hot stock, packaged inside a shiny new fund, with everyone insisting she buy right now. The old Meena might have reacted. But this Meena has the whole case file. So instead of guessing, she decides to work the case, clue by clue. Here is the rookie move, one last time, just reacting. Buying on the story, on the excitement, on how convincing the pitch sounds. No check against the index, no look at the real business, no plan, no rulebook. That is not a decision, it's a guess wearing a suit. And the whole point of this track is that you never have to guess again, because you have a method. So Meena works the whole case, in order. First, could the boring, low-cost index simply beat this after costs? Second, what is it really? If a fund, is it low-cost and beating its benchmark? If a stock, does the actual business make real profit with debt under control? Third, this pick is just a lead, does it fit my plan, my risk, and my written rulebook? And fourth, am I being pulled by the FOMO, by one loud winner? Clue by clue, the mystery starts to come apart. Here is what InvestPro wants you to notice. Worked through in order, the mysterious hot pick quietly fell apart, costly, unproven, and no better than the boring index she already owned. So Meena did nothing dramatic, she kept her low-cost index and let the pick go. Case closed. And here is the real prize, she didn't need a guru or a hot tip. She had a method, and the method solved it. Most of these glamorous mysteries end exactly this way, once you actually work them. So here is how you crack any mystery that lands in your lap. 1. Start from the boring index, can the low cost, do nothing option beat it? Usually it can. 2. Work it in order, if it survives, is it a cheap fund beating its benchmark, or a real business, and does it fit your plan? 3. Then decide, calmly, with your rulebook on and the FOMO switched off. Work it in that order, every time, and the answer stops being a mystery. First for you, a can't-miss pick suddenly lands in your lap. What is the soundest first move? Buy it quickly before the opportunity passes? Just check whether it's a stock or a fund and then buy? Or start by asking the simplest question, would the boring, low-cost index simply beat this after all costs? It is the last one. The index is your baseline for everything. If the exciting mystery can't clearly beat the boring default, the case is basically closed before you even open it. One more. Really, a pick actually survives your first checks and looks genuinely good. What now? Back up the truck and put a huge chunk of your money in? Assume you've finally found a winner and stop checking? Or size it sensibly, exactly as your written rulebook says, while keeping your core boring and intact? It is the middle option. Even a good case doesn't earn a reckless bet. You keep the core boring, you size the extra by your rules, and you stay humble, because the next mystery is always coming. Here is the heart of it, and the heart of this whole track. You now have the entire case file. 3 to carry with you. 1. Start every mystery from the boring index, that's your baseline. 2. Work it in order, fund cost, the real business, your plan, your rulebook. 3. Decide calmly, with no FOMO and real humility. That is the whole method, from the very first lesson to this last one. You don't need gurus or hot tips anymore, you have a way to think. Case closed. Start free with a risk DNA assessment at app.investinsightspro.com and go work your own cases. Your score is next.